Hello, bonjour, namaste, ni hao, and ohio, everybody. What is going on? It is Galeriot here. Welcome back to the YouTube channel once again for another Danmachi Memoria Freese video. And we are here with another Should You Summon for the next anime unit. Today, we're going to be going over Cassandra, whether you should be summoning for her. And we will also be doing a showcase for her because she is available in Wargames as a trial unit. So we're going to see how she's usable, if she's usable, is she a valid option, and just generally whether or not you should be summoning for her. Now, of course, if you guys want to enjoy this video, smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, and of course, leave a comment down below. Did you guys summon for her? Did you guys get her off the free multi? How did it go? Let me know in the comments. I'm very curious to see what you guys have to say down below. But yes, as you guys can see on your screens right now, Defeater of Despair Cassandra is live in game right now. You can do a free multi. Hopefully you can get one free copy very easily, because if you do so, then pretty much you're guaranteed to get her +4. The anime banners are usually very nice because you're guaranteed to get the unit at least +3. But if you get a little bit lucky, you know, in the free 11 draw, along with potentially along the way summoning completely, you can get a unit completely maxed out for free. Well, I say for free, you're using Iris, but it's a very easy +5 unit in comparison to like 2 unit banners or 3 unit banners, right? But that being said, is it worth it? Because at the end of the day, anime banners come in week in, week out. Next week, we'll get another unit. And this banner is live until the 26th. So you have at least 2 weeks to decide whether or not you want to summon on this character. So is this character worth summoning for? Well, let's have a look and see, right? Let's have a look and see. And we'll obviously test her out in Wargames against my fellow compatriots, in Wargames, my fellow players in Wargames, and see how she operates. But Cassandra is a water magic unit, and she's actually pretty offensive in all honesty, because for what she does, it's a very interesting unit in all honesty. She does a lot in all honesty. She does a lot. Like, I think if you're a magic or ailment user, she is somewhat of a must summon. Her agility is pretty solid at 1172. Her magic's to 2041, which is not bad at all. But if we look at her skills, and that's where things get very interesting, you can see her value and her usability. So her special arts Grand Soul Light isn't really something we want to look at too much, because it kind of represents what's happening in the anime with her being the healer, but it really doesn't matter too much in game. You're not going to be using this ability in PvE, PvP, or even Wreck-It Buster or anything of that sort. It's just a ultra HP heal with 60% MP heal and 60% HP regen for 4 turns, and it removes status debuffs and ailment cure, which is nice, but it's not something I'm gonna be sitting here and saying like, oh my god, that's amazing, you know, that's so phenomenal. It's nothing like that. It's decent, but it's nothing to write home about, right? Then if we look at her skills, her combat skills, this is where things get interesting. This is where things get very interesting. So Calamitous Fall, which is a AoE attack, is slow high water magic attack with ultra encounter rate and 40% sleep. So automatically you can easily put her into any sort of ailment team. And the first part alone is very strong because, one, it's a slow attack and she's a magic unit, so that means she will go last no matter what. On top of that, she inflicts a 40% chance to sleep, which if you're attacking at the end of the turn and you're able to get the 40% sleep off, if you've broken through all the other Noil ailments, right, and you get that sleep percentage chance off, that means going into the second turn, the enemies will completely be asleep and they won't be able to move whatsoever, because the only way to get out of sleep is either via, well, letting turns run by or hoping the opponent attacks you. But if Cassandra's attack hits you last and inflicts sleep, going into the second turn, you're asleep. Your characters won't be able to do anything. They won't be able to move. Even if they wake up mid-turn, they won't be able to do anything, which makes this sleep chance very powerful. She also gives herself, she just doesn't do that. She also gives herself magic agility, water attack damage plus 60% for 4 turns, which makes her second turn extremely powerful because of what she does in her additional actions and her second skill. So her additional actions gives a mid-water magic attack and water resist minus 40% for 2 turns, and it's a 40% chance to inflict sleep on foes. Great, right? It adds on to what comes in the second skill. So the second skill, Prophetic Dream, is 179 MP, so it's probably something you're not going to use frequently in war games, but it's an option. Allies Fast Null physical attack times 2, so basically even if, let's say, the first turn you're facing off against a hyper rush team, right? The way you would go about it, in my personal opinion, the way it's in my head, the way you would use this Cassandra is, if you're going up against a hyper rush team, like a physical team that has everything on attack all and is attacking from the get-go, what you want is, you want Full Moon Artemis in the front slot, you want Nocturnal Elf Ryu in the front slot so that it can do Soul Recall, so that means you're getting a 4 times null fizz. And then on the second turn, you can let Cassandra basically run amok with the Prophetic Dream, adding another fast null physical times 2. She will also give magic res and god rate plus 40% for 2 turns, so she's protecting you against magic units, because she will also give foes magic down minus 40% for 1 turn, and dexterity penetration rate and sleep resist minus 40%. So basically, because of the fact that one, it's just a buff, right? It's just simply a buff and a debuff. That means she will go first no matter what, along with the agility boost she gets in turn 1. So effectively, you're gonna attack, you're gonna get this buff off no matter what. You're gonna protect yourself off rip. But the second thing that's going to happen here is, because she's already attacking, quote unquote attacking first, because of it being a buff, she will also be able to launch her additional action from this first attack basically easily, very, very easily, without even stressing. She's not going to be slower than anybody else. And on top of that, because of the sleep res she's going to inflict minus 40%, that means it's an 80% chance to inflict sleep, if if we were to do simple maths like that. My 40 plus 40 is 80 basically. All right, so effectively what this Cassandra does is she's a 2-turn monster. She's kind of, the best way to put it is, she's kind of like Kaguya, the Dark Kaguya. Very, very similar unit in that regards, where it's that 1-2 combo basically of turn 1 into turn 2 effectively. She will still be able to perform really well into turn 3, but I think that those first 2 turns is where it's going to matter a lot, and I think she will be phenomenal in those first 2 turns. Her final skill is Fated Misfortune, slow high water magic attack, damage plus 80% per each target's water res reduction skill, and sleep. So very simple one. This is pretty decent even for Record Buster and stuff, but it's not something I would say is like unbelievable, right? It's a decent option. Now the thing is, this gacha is going to feature older units as well, so if you get a 4-star, it is very likely that you might get something really, really old and not just Cassandra. While it would be nice if it was just Cassandra, or even just a few units from like the last couple of months, that's not the case. We could get easily something from 2017, which is what I'm expecting to get in this free draw, to be quite honest. But yeah, let me know what you guys managed to get down below in the comments. Let me know what you guys think. We're gonna do the free anime gacha draw, and then we'll go into war games and probably try it against a couple of different teams. We're probably gonna set Cassandra in some different ways in terms of her her AI settings. I guess we'll change it up a little bit and see exactly the best way to set her up to go into a fight effectively. All right, so let's click on draw 11 and let's see for ourselves what we get in the free multi today. I'm praying. I shouldn't have prayed. Praying gave me nothing. It does not give me anything. It just gives me gold ores. It literally just gives me gold ores. Takemi Kazuchi, Hermes, who else is here? Asfi. Is this gonna be a min roll? It is probably gonna be a min roll, isn't it? So far it's looking like a hard min roll, to be quite honest. It's looking like a very hard min roll. Bell, Chigusa. Oh, it is a hard min roll. It is the fattest of min rolls. Oh my days. Wow. I might have to do the guaranteed multi just to get one copy of her, to be quite honest, because she could come in handy. But I would, like I said, I wouldn't necessarily be jumpy like I am and just go and summon, to be quite honest. So let's go. I'm gonna go one by one. We're gonna start off with we'll start with Ice Ties, because I think the problem is because of the settings of my units, I think I'm just gonna go all in and destroy Wyatt. So I'm gonna switch it around now. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna switch in my slot 3 member, so the Finn that I have, I'm gonna switch out for the Cassandra. And what I'm gonna do here now is I'm gonna bring in you, so that we're getting already a lot of agility from Alan, so I'm not gonna really count for it. All right, let's see how this goes. I'm curious to see what happens. So let's set it to balance first. Let's try balance first and let's see what happens here, because I genuinely believe that this Cassandra will be able to perform exceptionally well. So on balance, it sets up Prophetic Dream, so it does the second skill first. on balance, which is not something I'm really wanting. So what I think you want to do is you want to set it at attack all, so that it would do that skill first and then go into this probably, because as you guys can see, Cassandra isn't doing prophetic dream again in her second turn. She's probably about to use she's probably wanting to use the attack there. So we'll try and switch that around and see what happens there, because in all honesty the idea is to launch prophetic dreams in the second turn first, so that you can get the attack off faster basically, and then inflict the sleep or whatever ailment you want to inflict. So let's try that again, and let's do the setting again, because the idea was there. The idea was definitely there. It's just that we had to make sure the setting was right. So let's set it to attack all now. Let's set it to attack all, and let's see for ourselves what we're gonna have to deal with here. Because I assume this is where it would work perfectly. And the thing is also, because a lot of players are using, you know, Artemis, right? You can get away with using Cassandra, because Cassandra is a magic unit, right? So it kind of helps out. Now, of course, in this situation, Cassandra isn't obviously in the best of situations, but let's see. I'm very curious if she will actually launch Prophetic Dream here. So she doesn't launch Prophetic Dream here, which is very interesting. I wonder, how can you... I think it might have to be some sort of like buff and debuff thing. So let's try buff next. I think we might have to try buff next. Ooh. This is very tricky, because I would have assumed it would have launched a Prophetic Dream no matter what next turn, but it didn't. Alright, so let's try this again. So slot 3... Cassandra. Is there no other iteration Cassandra? No, there's just the Cassandra with Alan. Okay, that's fine. I mean, it's okay. I'm not complaining about it. It's just that I was wondering. Alright, so let's try buff now. I'm very curious to see how this will go. I love the fact that we don't have Do Not Disturb off, honestly. Always. Every single time. Every single time. Alright, so let's launch here. That's fine. Use Twin Spear Strikes. That's okay. Calamitous Fall. Okay. Now, here we should be getting Prophetic Dream. Okay, so that's where we get Prophetic Dream off, of course. So that's where you want to basically ensure your units have Prophetic Dream on, and you are able to take advantage of the situation there. So when Prophetic Dream is on, it is very, very valuable. So, okay, then I wasn't expecting that. Okay, that actually makes that makes Cassandra a little bit more valuable. The fact that she's launching Prophetic Dream again and again and again afterwards is very interesting. I wasn't expecting that. I thought what she would have done is she would have used Calamitous Fall first, Prophetic Dream, back to Calamitous Fall, then Prophetic Dream, and so on and so forth. Or just use Calamitous Fall consistently. I wasn't expecting her to use... wow, that AI makes me want to summon for a Loki, you know? Lowest of keys. That AI makes me want to summon for her low-key, you know, because the thing is, a lot of players, you know, use either the Astrea or Artemis assist, right? Or they don't even use the Astrea assist. They just use Artemis and Chigusa together. So going for a full null physical setup. You can kind of penetrate through that using a unit like Cassandra, basically, you know, with the magic attacks coming into play and stuff, right? I mean, you can see the stats here, pretty darn solid as well, to be quite honest. Very, very solid there. Let me try debuff now. I'm curious to see what happens on debuff, but buff is a very strong setting for her. It seems like it's a very, very strong setting for her. I'm very impressed, man. I'm very, very impressed. I wasn't expecting to be this impressed, to be honest. Okay, so we got that down. But yeah, so some people will have that basically, right? But this is what I mean. You can have some units fall asleep basically in the next turn and they're basically unable to move, you know? It's very, very powerful. It is very, very powerful and very, very imperative to have, you know? It's so good, man. I like this Cassandra, man. This Cassandra kind of is worth it, you know? And the thing is, if you have Prism Bonds, Adventure Prism Bonds, you can use it. You can use those Prism Adventure Bonds. Wow. I wasn't expecting to like her that much, in all honesty. I'm kind of impressed. I'm just a teeny tiny bit impressed, and by a teeny tiny bit I mean I'm quite impressed. But I'm still hesitant, man. I'm gonna wait to see if I should summon for her or not. I'm gonna wait till next week. We still have until the 26th anyways to summon, so I'm gonna wait. But I'm very impressed. I'm very impressed by this Cassandra, Loki, you know. Maybe I'm being a bit too, I'm jumping the gun and I'm being very easily impressed here. But maybe some veteran players can let me know what they think about this Cassandra as well. I'm very curious to see what y'all have to say. But Loki, man, I think this Cassandra is up there, honestly. I mean, they've done a good job with the first two anime gacha units, man. This Cassandra and the Bell and Ryu are phenomenal. But yeah, anyways, thank you guys so much for watching this video. Please be sure to leave a like, subscribe to the channel. We're so close to 800 subscribers. Of course, if you want to check out the previous anime gacha release, you can go check it out on the channel. The Bell and Ryu video is up there. I showcased them as well, and whatnot. You can go check out that video. They're very easy +5 as well because we got a free copy of them. And of course, if you guys want to mention, you know, what your summons look like or how you're faring using Cassandra in Wargames trial mode and stuff, put it in the comment section down below. I'm very curious to see what you guys have to say down below. Thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I will see you guys next time. Peace out, everybody. Bye-bye.